What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and an awesome episode where Chip is driving a unicorn. But as always, if you guys want to see more, stay tuned. The car that I'm driving in, and this is research done between people that have owned wagons, trying to trace how many wagons there is in a country. I would say on average there's about 15 wagons, right? We were fortunate enough to work on 4 of the 15 in the country. I've seen plenty. I actually want to do a count and document it on the color, the registration, etc. But also it's very dangerous to keep that information because it's people's personal information. But nonetheless, we are in possibly, and I stand to be corrected, right? I don't know if the white one more or this one is cleaner, but they're both on the same level, right? So this is possibly one of the cleanest E30 wagons in the country, and I'm proud to have said that we've had an opportunity to do some work on it. Now currently I'm taking it for a bit of a test drive to make sure that the alignment is right. I took it earlier for alignment. We didn't do much work on this car. The only work that needed to be done, I took the car for a drive with the owner and I pointed out stuff that needed to be repaired. So some of the stuff that needed to be repaired on the car is that it had a tappet cover leak. The tappets were quite noisy. The power steering was bust. A few small minor mechanical issues, but overall the car is in fantastic condition. I can tell you that the 320 in a wagon, in an auto, is quite sluggish, and I do find that the gearbox change is a little bit hard. Like it kicks you like a horse kicking you when you're standing behind the horse. Not that I've ever stood behind the horse to be kicked, but I do feel there is something that would need to be done. We don't do gearbox repairs. I don't want to do gearbox repairs because it's a nightmare. We've lost a lot of money giving gearboxes to people and having the gearboxes reconned, and when you fit it, the gearbox is not reconned. So whenever I face a challenge in my business, I always tell myself, Chip, you're either going to do it yourself or you're either going to stop doing it. Like the V8 cars, I'll do C10s, I'll do paintwork interior, I'll do some mechanical work, but I won't do a full nut and bolt restoration on any V8 cars because parts are problematic. But yeah, gearboxes we don't do. Now, what I love about this car is the simplicity of an E30. It's like, guys, if you've never owned an E30, if you've never driven an E30, you won't understand. But E30 owners, you get me. The simplicity and the feeling you get when you drive an E30 is just out of this world, guys. I love it. I'm an E30 guy. I mean, I drive a lot of my other cars, but my E30s are just my E30s. They make me feel special. Now, this car has had some work done in its life. The interior was redone. The owner chose to refurbish the original interior, and then the owner was lucky enough to import the original seat fabric and have it recovered. The dash looks original, which is uncracked. It's got the original BMW windscreen with the original sticker. I honestly wouldn't mind owning this car, but in the same breath, I'd be scared to own this car because you guys know I would want to bag it, and bagging such an original clean example is actually a sin. So the test drive is good. The power steering is working quite lacquer. All electricals work, lights work, gauges work. Oh yeah, that was one of the other things. We also had the speedometer recon because there was an issue at the speedo. So yeah, but the car is ready to go. I would honestly, I wouldn't buy this car. I would buy it, but I wouldn't buy it. But if I bought it, I would buy it to bag it. But I wouldn't buy it because I want to bag it. I don't know if that makes sense, but nonetheless, you guys get what I'm saying. So let's pull up and let's show you some more of this beauty. And I think we should do more test drives on cars. I think I don't take you guys on drives too often, but yeah, let's jump out and let me show you the baby. What a car, guys. Like, you know, I'm sitting and looking at this car, right? And I want us to look at this car together. Look at the simplicity and the elegance of this car. The stance is perfect, right? The wheel choice is even more perfect. And it's the type of car that, I mean, when I took it for wheel alignment earlier and I drove through Sandton, because we take it to Tiger Wheel and Tire in Sandton Rooftop. Shout out to the Tiger Wheel and Tire guys. You guys are awesome. You always look after us and you'll give us amazing service and amazing pricing. We love you guys. If you guys need any wheel alignment, tires, etc., please go through to Sandton Tiger Wheel and Tire on the rooftop, and don't forget to tell them that Chip sent you. So that's my shout out. I have to plug businesses that are a pleasure to do business with. So shout out to the Tiger Wheel and Tire guys. You guys are awesome. Like I was saying, right? Stance is perfect. Wheel choice is perfect. The whole look of the car to me is perfect. And if I had to buy it again, I don't know if I would bag it, because I've got a few stock cars in my collection and they bother me. Like the E34 M5s, right? Number 1 and number 265. They're completely stock. I don't drive them, but it's bothering me. And I'm thinking to myself, Chip, you know what would be a cool idea? If you step the gray one's wheels and you lower it and get the stance right and still keep it stock, but it will look not stock, and then you can drive it and be happier. And then I look at the white one and say, imagine now if you step that one's wheels and you lowered it a bit and you park the two of them together, how cool would that look? So that's some of the battles I fight in my head that goes on every single day. But yeah, I don't know guys, would you bag it or would you keep it the same? I honestly don't know, eh? It's like it's so perfect. But then again, bags will make it even more perfect with the bigger wheel. Okay, I'll leave that one. I'll leave that to you to decide. So, 320i auto, factory sunroof, wheel choice, perfect. Now I want to share something with you guys. These are actually the wheels that came off the 325i Shadowline and also the 325i Motorsport UK editions and a lot of other variations of the E30s that had the four-hole suspension. So this is similar to the IS wheel. In fact, it's more or less the same as the IS wheel. The difference with this is that it's a 4100. They are readily available. Sure. Sharp. So it's a nice, if you want to go for a clean OEM plus look, this is the wheel I would recommend for your car. I like it, but it's a bit too stock for me. Yeah. So what I love about the car as well is all the matching glass. So this is a numbers matching. So numbers matching meaning all the glass is the original glass. Engine number matches. It's a very rare and special edition of a car. Again, when I chatted to the owner, who I'm not going to mention, it took him 10 years to actually chase this car down. Guys, 10 years of chasing a car. I'm crying for chasing cars for 4 to 5 years. Imagine having the patience to chase the car for 10 years and eventually ending up with it and wanting to preserve it and make sure that the car is done correctly. So shout out to you. Let me show you guys the engine bay. One thing you'll notice as well, there is a little bit of differences in the engine bay of the overseas cars. The coolant bottle is different. Normally the radiator is different, even if the car comes from the UK. So there's a little bit of differentiating factors, but nonetheless, still a 320. Yeah, also your tag is different. It's different to that of our South African VIN number, VIN tags. That's definitely different. And what I like as well, it's got an original bear radiator. Or some people call it burr, some people call it bear. I'm just gonna call it a cool radiator. I don't want to get into that vibe of arguments. Chap, you mispronounced it. And you guys can imagine my energy is a bit lame because I'm fasting. So yeah, energy is a little bit lame. So that's your engine bay. Beautiful color. I actually want to check. BMW Brilliant Rot or Brilliant Red. That's the color on the car. Now something I want to teach you guys as well, right? A lot of the times on cars, if you want to check if your car was converted from a 318 to a 325, you look at your rear suspension. Your rear suspension will tell you 325 came with this all round. The earlier or the lesser models came with the drum system at the back. Now there is a telltale sign to tell whether your car was genuinely a 325 or not a 325. Overall, I can tell you guys that the condition of this car is absolutely amazing. And the only thing that I wish it had, right, like the E34s and some of the BMW station wagons, is the split bootlet that opens. So on the E34, the glass opens and then the bootlet opens. I wish that the E30s had that because I think it's a cool feature. But nonetheless, it's still an E30 wagon, which is presumably one of 15 in the country. You guys can correct me if I am wrong. Maybe you have more information or knowledge on it. Yeah, guys, wagons. I love a wagon. Very clean car, nonetheless. So again, not a lot of work done on the car, just some mechanical maintenance. And I thought I'll share this car with you guys because it is quite a special car. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the test drive. It's a very short episode, but nonetheless, when special cars come like this, come through the workshop, we have to share it with you guys, so you guys can obviously experience the nostalgia with us. How's that? Chap. One more thing I forgot to mention. A lot of the overseas cars came with these skirts. I've got the skirts on Puta. It's quite a rare skirt. You guys probably didn't notice it, but very cool addition to put onto your E30. It kind of folds it up, especially as a plastic bumper. So yeah, guys, hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys again on a future episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are absolutely amazing. And again, you guys commenting, interacting, we love you guys. Stay safe, be humble, be kind. And if you don't have anything nice to say, I'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hate plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win it, my nigga, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a fuck what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain clothes and police. Straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?